Pêl-drod byw nawr rhwng y Drenewydd ac Aberystwyth sy'n cynnwys sylwebeth Saesneg ar y botwm coch. English language commentary is available on Sky Plus. Free view of Virgin Media viewers, please press the red button. If you have a TiVo box or Sky Q box, please access settings and use the audio selection option. Any problems, please contact our viewers hotline. Draw ni felly at Griw Sgorio.
Mae'n edrych yn debyg I fod yn mynd I ofod wneud newid sydyn. Dyma ni. A dyna welliant.
Screwfix Sprint yn noddi pêl-droed ar S4C.
Bale mewn I gefn y rwyd gan Johnny Evans. Black, mae'n Newtown yn penio'r gan amddiffynol, ddim yn gret. A mae'n gefn y rwyd. Mae'n 1-1. Robles ar flic. Bale dal yn rhydd. O, di gasgu mewn. Mae'n gol. Mills Evans I gallu eto I ail. Ag ail y Drenewydd.
Gemau Darby sy'n hewlio'r sylw dros y dolyg yn uwch gyngor Cymru JD sy'n golygu bod y clybiau yma'n cwrdd am yr ail dro wythnos yma o Oil San Steffan I noswyl nos Calan. Os yw hynny yn derm, mae fe erbyn hyn. Dau glwb sy'n hen gyfarwydd ei gilydd a ni'n hen gyfarwydd ar gŵr yma hefyd. Mae'n braf cael cwmni Malcolm Allen ar nos Wener. Braf cael bod yma, Malcolm.
Wrth y modd. A efo cap newydd, cofia.
Neis iawn.
Mynydd Llanygau, diolch I Glyn, y cadeirydd, ond, da ni'n fel sgorion gefnogol I pawb allan yng Nghymru, felly po bynnag sio gyrru hetiau gwirion, mi na I wisgo nhw.
Dyna ni. Diolch, Malcolm, dwi'n credu. Reit, beth am hon? Aberystwyth ar colli cwpl o ddyddiau nôl fe'n y bwysau yn nhw heno.
Wel, ti'n edrych ar y gemau sy'n ar ôl I Drenewydd, felly wedi nhw gadarnau wrth ennill y gem yma, gyda nhw Saint Newydd a Ceiconau ddod cyn yr holl, a wedi ti'n edrych ar Aberystwyth 2 bwynt o'r safle disgyn, mae rhaid nhw gael rhywbeth allan o'r gem.
Ie, gen I weld sut eithi, fel o'n i'n sôn gem y Darby yw I. O'n I mewn gem bêl-droed, ac ar ôl y newyddion ddoi am farwolaeth Pele, mae'n teimlo bod rhaid ni sôn amdano fe, Malcolm. Mae'r byd I gyd yn sôn am y chwaraewr arbennig yma. Pawb yn sôn ai fe oedd y gorau erioed. Fel chi'n gofio ennill cwpan y byd 2 gwaith. Oes na ddadl hyd yn oed?
Na. King o Kings. Os wedi sgorio 126 o goliau mewn 1 blwyddyn calendar, a Messi mond yn neud o 91 yn 2012, mae'n dangos I pob. 35 gol o'i flaen o. Da ni gwybod beth sy'n digwydd yn ddiweddar, ond rhaid chdi feddwl yn ôl o bod mae wedi cael y llwyddiant o Pele, arwr yn y marn ni, ond fideos o'n I weld cofia, oedd o cyn yn amser I, ond na I byth anghofio Uruguay rhwng gynderfynol yn 1970, lle nath o dwyllo'r golwr yn llwyr. Pêl-drwad, ras amdani, a dwi'n dyn cynta I siarad efo'r Bale I fi, lle nath o fynd hyn, dos di ffordd na Bale, a I ffordd hyn, a'r golwr yn canol yn mynd ac y Bale methu'r postyn. Ac go iawn, ti'n gyntaf fi weld y golwr bron na clapio Pele am wneud rhywbeth mor dda hynna. Dwi'n rhaid I gweld hynna o blaen, ac oedd y golwr yn gro, talu ddod yn ôl I fo'n i'r cael.
Dwi rioed I gael neb yn rhoi microffon fyna o'r blaen. Choi, yna fe, ni'n cael popeth ar sgorio heno. Malcolm Allen sy'n gyda ni. Dewch I ni edrych ar y gemau. Nid yn unig heddi a heno am penwythnos yma. Uwch yn y Cymru JD, fel o'n i'n sôn, gemau Darby. Felly y gwrthwyneb i'r gemau ar Oil San Steffan. Digon yn digwydd yn y gyngrair yma. Digon wedi digwydd. Dewch I ni edrych yn ôl felly ar gemau Oil San Steffan.
A mae Howard yn mynd I fachu hon ti'r canol. Sutton yr peniad, mae'n Lletwydd, a Bale mewn I gefn y rwyd gan Johnny Evans! Sears sydd ar tafliad hir y tro yma. Yn fflat, mae'n Lletwydd, y peniad gan amddiffynol, ddim yn gret, a mae'n gefn y rwyd, mae'n 1-1. Mae Jones, Robles ar flic, y Bale dal yn rhydd, o di gasgu mewn, mae'n gol! Mills Evans sy'n gallu eto I ail, ag ail y Drenewydd.
Rob Hughes ydi hwn, oedd o'n gwybod bod Darren Thomas tu allan efo Thomas! Ar y demi cynta! Y rhoi Cynarfon ar y blaen! Digon o gyntaf bala. Mendes sy'n ei chymryd. A mae'r ymwelwyr yn gyfartal. Anthony Kay oedd yno. Mae yna gyfle fan hyn i'r ymwelwyr dorri. Newell ar draws y cae. Lysana Mendes yn tynnu'r bel i lawr ar ei frest. A Ryan Williams yn tynnu Mendes i lawr ac yn gweld cerdyn coch. Kay, cymryd y gic rydd yn sydyn. Gweld bod gan Mendes le ar yr ochr draw. Mendes heibio un dyn. Cyffyrddiad pys yn ôl at Mendes! A mae wedi cael ei ffenio i mewn gan George Newell. Dyma to le White, wthio ymlaen. Codi'r bel, teg at Rosgro. Nôl at Wall! A mae'n 2-1 i'r bala. Mendes, brwydro hefo Sean Bradley. Ac yn cael ei groesiad i mewn. A lle mae hwnna wedi ddisgyn? O, bron wedi ddisgyn i mewn i'r rwyd. A di heb cael ei chlirio eto! A gol i Shannon! Oedd yno yn y canol yn disgwyl amdani. White. Canfo James Davies. Davies yn y cwrt Cosby! A mae'n 5-1.
Rhys Aberystwyth yn ei chodi nôl fewn at y cwrt. Ar y postyn cefn, mae Jack Wilson. Wilson yn rhoi Hwlffordd ar y blaen. Not. Letraws hir Amon yn ei ffenio i fewn. Joe Evans! Gwych gan Joe Evans i union i'r sgôr. Joe Hunt ar arwydd Dave Vincent y codi. A Pontypridd yn mynd ar y blaen. I gymryd ola y gêm. Cic gornel i Hwlffordd. Cael ei glirio. Mae rhywbeth i digwydd. Ac mae'n cic o'r smotyn i Hwlffordd i ddod nôl mewn i'r gêm yma. Jordan Davies. O'n smotyn. I'r gornel isa allan o afel Ashley Morris. George. Unwaith eto yn ôl at Udzi maen nhw'n mynd. Unwaith eto Ben Amon yn dod mas i roi pwysau. Angen y camgymeriad nawr. Cleita Green! Cleita Green! I fanteisio ar y camgymeriad yna. Gan Lee Udzi.
Rhys ar ei drod chwith. Elliot Evans rownd y gornel. Craven yn cynnig i hun. A hwnnw'n gallu croesi'n dda at y postyn pella! Oh, mae'n gol! A Matt Chubb sydd yn rhwydo. Tafliad hir Ryan Reynolds, y cynta o'r ail hanner, mae'n un dda. Mae'n rhydd yn y cwrt Cosby! A Kane Owen yn rhwydo ac yn dod ar sgôr yn gyfartal. Rhys. Na Sam Jones. Jones yn y cwrt Cosby. A mae Jones wedi rhoi Met Caerdydd nôl ar y blaen. Ond dyma Owen eto. Owen ac yna yn torri Rhys. Rhys bel y gwyro. O, arbediad da. A nawr mae Harry Owen wedi sgorio. Owen yn sicrhau'r pwyntiau i'r ymwelwyr.
Neb di sgorio yma ar hyn o bryd. Mae hynny di newid.
It's a goal.
Malkin ar gol, mae ymdrechion o di heiddi. Aaron Edwards, mewn at Mendes. Mendes nath ar ryw hanner llithro. Mae'n gyda dda i gael honna mewn. Sut arosoddi ar cyfle cynta. Ond yn y diwedd, mae'n cael i'r hoi mewn i'r hwyd.
Ti'n siŵr na o Randy os di?
Ail gol mewn tridiau.
Un gêm fach ar ôl, Oil San Steffan, dim problem yr Seintiau newydd, adren erbyn Ebers yn taro saith. Gwion Dafydd gath hon, sgoriodd y gol hwyr i gipio pwynt yng Ngheicona yn y gêm cyn honna, a gol gynnar i ddechrau'r cyfan yn erbyn Ebers. Ben Clark yn hwyrach yn cael hat-trick, a y gol yma funud yn unig ar ôl o fe gamu i'r cae fel eilydd. A Cami neu cerdded trwy'r amddiffyn nath yn y pen draw. Hat-trick iddo fe, 7 i'r Seintiau newydd. Pethau mynd yn dda iawn iddyn nhw ar hyn o bryd. Nawn ni gadarnhau hynny wrth i ni edrych ar y tabl. 17 heb golli o ran y Seintiau erbyn hyn. Cig honna'n braidd o 4 pwynt tu ôl dyn nhw. Chwarae teg lawr yn y gwaelod wedyn ni. Problemau o ran Ebers a Malcolm wrth i ni weld yn union ble ma Aberystwyth gyda Pontypridd i ennill yn erbyn Hwlffordd. Dangos fe mor bwysig yw'r gêm yma heno am hwnni.
Wel, mae yn. A dwi isio just dim gael pêl-droed. Dwi eisiau adloniant, dwi eisiau sioe goliau i ddigwydd chdi, a dwi siŵr fydd yna, er wyt ti'n edrych ar faint o goliau mae'r ddau dîm wedi ildio, ti'n mynd 35 i Dre Newydd, mond erbys Aberystwyth sy'n waith yn nhw. Ond y peth da sgynno Dre Newydd ydy gyda nhw ddau flaenwr, os am partneriad fel nhw, Louis Robles ac Aaron Williams, dymor hyn, 25 o goliau mob cystadleuaeth iddyn nhw. Felly, ti'n gwybod, maen nhw'n mynd i gael cyfle yn y gêm yn ebyn amddiffyn Aberystwyth. Ond mae rhaid i Aberystwyth ddechrau sgorio ochr arall. O lea, mae Dre Newydd yn cael un iawn un ochr y cae, ond dim ochr arall. Di Aberystwyth ddim yn cael ei ddwy ochr.
O'n i'n gweld y goliau fyna o'r gêm ddiwetha. Di llun wrth gwrs, na gyd sydd wedi mynd. Gwni weld nhw eto, falle goliau gêm Aberystwyth yn erbyn Dre Newydd. Oedd sôn am pan maen nhw yn sgorio, maen nhw'n ildio yn syth o fewn munud. Mae'n rhaid bod hwnna'n gwylltio reolwr.
Wel, yndi oherwydd mae'n digwydd lots dydy, dyna di broblem, a mae yna safon canolbwyntio yn dod i. Mae'n naturiol weithiau pan ti'n sgorio i just cael cam yn ôl a bod ar dy sodla. Union fel maen nhw'n neud efo'n hyn, a Mills Evans o Bow, dwi'n sgorio llawer, mae'n sicr mae'n sgorio dwy yn y gêm yma. Ac unwaith mae'r momentum na'n shifftio i Dre Newydd, maen nhw bod swm di giro, erwydd yr hyder maen nhw ar. Mae'r momentum a'r hyder gynnu nhw curo 7 allan o'r 8 dwytha yn bob cystadleuaeth. Ac unwaith ti'n ildio gol i tîm fel Aberystwyth, dydyn nhw'n cael momentum na nôl. Maen nhw'n cystadlu am bob dim, a mae hot yn heddiw, dwi'n just yn teimlo bod Pontypridd wedi troi gornel. Felly, os dyn nhw wedi troi gornel, bydd Aberystwyth edrych dros i sgwydda o rwan ta ddiwedd y tymor. Ond maen nhw wedi arfer hynna, efo 8 tymor dwytha, maen nhw wedi bod yn 6 isa. Felly, dyna fydden nhw'n neud, cystadlu i beidio mi lawr tymor yma.
Wedi arfer da hynny, ond oedd yna batrwm gyda clwb fel Caerfyrddin, le ond nhw'n brwydro bob blwyddyn i aros yn y gyngred ac yn y diwedd. Mae'r frwydr yn mynd yn ormod iddyn nhw. Ydy Aberystwyth mewn sefyllfa debyg?
Mae'n eich di ddangos awch ag anger. Mae'n eich di hawlio ennill unrhyw gêm. A dyna ella sydd wedi bod ar goll. Oes, mae yna ansawdd, ond mae Alex Darlington yn ôl y tîm heddiw. Dwi'n gweld rôl pwysig iddo fo, a gobeithio geithio rhywbeth yma un, maen nhw angen o.
Ydyn, mae hynny yn bendant yn wir. Be ni angen yw gêm, a mae'n o'r rheini yn dod wedi'r egwyl fan hyn yn y Dre Newydd, y ddau dîm bron yn barod amdani y paratoadau munud ola cyn y gic gyntaf fan hyn ar Barc Leitham. Dim dawnswyr talog, ond boes y Dre Newydd sydd fan hyn yr S4C heno.
Screwfix Sprint, yn noddi pêl-droed ar S4C. Screwfix Sprint, yn noddi pêl-droed ar S4C.
Croeso mawr ato ni I Barc Leitham, cartre'r Dre Newydd, dyma lle mae Aberystwyth heno. Gêm ddarbu'r canolbarth yng nghyfnod y gwyliau o uwch gyngrau'r Cymru JD. Mae'r gic gyntaf'n agosau. Cyn hynny, dewch I ni glywed gan y ddau reolwr.
We just got to focus on today's game. It's going to be a tough game. It was a real battle on Boxing Day, and I'm sure it'll be the same today. And you know, we're tweaking a few things tactically, so hopefully we can get a result.
If you look at our last game's individual errors, it wasn't tactically it was pretty much nullified each other out. So today's going to be slightly different. They're at home, they'll play a slightly different style again, which I know they will today. But I believe we've got more than enough in our dressing room to get 3 points.
It's a local derby as well, so you know form tends to go out the window. We played them twice already. We've had 2 real tough games, and we're expecting no more today.
Like I said, our home form was really important to us this first half of the season. I will be bringing a few bodies in coming the next week, so it'll add to our squad. Our squad's a small squad. We've competed really well, 1 or 2 injuries along the way, but going into the new year I think is going to be very positive.
Sonio fel bod Aberystwyth yn mynd I siopa yn y sales o gyfer chwaraewyr newydd. Malcolm, maen nhw'n nabod I gilydd mor dda yn y gyngrau'r o'r tymor cyntaf yna. Newydd chwarae di llun, yw hwnna'n help neu hwnna'n neud bethau'n fwy anodd?
Wel, o ran Aberystwyth, mae rhaid nhw, ti bod, torchi llewis go iawn. Mae nhw mewn sefyllfa peryglus, di'r holl ddim di dod eto. Ond ti'n edrych ar y gem gyda nhw rwan tan hynny, ac wedyn ar ôl. Felly, gem darbu fel hyn, ia mae yna deimlad gwahanol. Ia, ti eisiau hawlio, ti bod yr wythnosau nesaf yma. Ond mwy pwysig na hynny, yr hyder, yr ysbryd, yr ystafell newid. Dyna mae Aberystwyth angen reit rwan. Gyda nhw'n ansawdd I wneud hynny, dwi'n yn gwybod. Dre Newydd, maen nhw ar garlam. Does am stop hynny nhw. Ciro, fel nes I ddweud, 7 allan 8. Dwi'n modd yn gweld un peth yn digwydd fan hyn, a fydd I sioe.
Dyna'r teimlad ar un o bryd. Malcolm di gosod y llwyfan yn berffaith. Y chwaraewyr yn camu i'r cae hefyd. Mae Malcolm ar y ffordd fyny i'r pwynt sylwebu ac yn disgwyl amdano fe heno. Owain Tudur-Jones a Nick Parry. Fi o Malcolm di bod yn cofio am Pele fan hyn. Mae'n siŵr bod y ddau yma yn cofio amdano fe. Gai awgrymu bod y ddau yn ymwybodol fel pawb yn y byd pêl-drod. Falle bod un yn cofio gael yn chwarae fwy na'r llall.
Good evening everybody and welcome to Latham Park, Newtown for the final festive fixture of 2022. Midwell's rivals Aberystwyth are the visitors. And here are the team lineups. Newtown make 3 changes to the team that secured 3 points at Park Avenue on Boxing Day. Brett Taylor, Henry Cowans and Nigel Aris come in place of Sutton, Walker and Matty Jones. In terms of Aberystwyth, Anthony Williams forced to make 2 changes. Jack Thorne, the captain, is suspended. Alex Darlington coming into midfield. And John Owen replaces the injured Steph Davis.
Yeah, Newtown, they're very familiar. 4-2-3-1. And I think the 3 there, Aris, Ruston and Robles, could cause Aberystwyth lots of problems defensively this evening. And obviously Williams with that prowess up front will need looking after. Aberystwyth, on the other hand, like you said, a couple of changes. Webb back in goal in that first game against Newtown, and Arneson and Lewis in midfield. No Thorne tonight, so a lot line on the reliability of Darlington and John Owen in the forward line. And Ewan Lewis there, recruited in the summer from Tier 2 side Gilsfield, has taken a little bit of time to settle at Park Avenue, but he's formed a really good partnership with skipper Jack Thorne. Will be missing this evening, so a lot rests on him this evening. His work rate will be really important in the middle of the park. And Louis Robles there, the star signing from the New Saints in the summer. After a quiet start to the season, he's been hitting form at the right time, and he's doing exactly what his manager wanted from him. 8 league goals already to his name, 25 goals between him in all competitions and Aaron Williams. So Aberystwyth need to be good defensively this evening.
And our referee this evening is Mr. Ben Williams. This will be his 6th game in the Welsh Premier League. He's already shown 21 yellows and 1 red. That to Clayton Green in the game between Pontypridd and Newtown. But Aberystwyth will be looking to bounce back following that defeat, but they have lost 4 in a row, conceding 19 and scoring 3 in the last 4 games, and it's been downhill all the way for the Green and Blacks following that almighty defeat against the New Saints 11-0 a few weeks ago. Tommy, former Aberystwyth Town player and manager, is there a way back for Aberystwyth? They have got points, they are above Pontypridd, but they are in danger of relegation this season.
Yeah, certainly going to be another difficult season for the Seasiders. They've been very near the trapdoor now for a number of seasons, and I think this season they've got to be really careful, and recruitment, you know, in the next couple of weeks is going to be very important for the manager and for the club's future in the Welsh Premier League.
It's been a completely contrasting December for both sides, with Newtown winning 4 out of 5. Chris Hughes will be eyeing up manager of the month, particularly if he wins this fixture again this evening, looking to complete the double over Aberystwyth. Indeed, it will be a treble, as both sides also met in the Welsh Cup earlier this season, and it was a 3-1 win at Park Avenue for the Robins.
Yeah, certainly watched that game on Boxing Day. Not much to choose with both teams, but some good free kicks, corner kicks from Matty Jones, who's not playing this evening. His delivery was key as they scraped a 2-1 victory, the Robins.
Aberystwyth conceding possession in their own half. Young Harry Arneson, only 20 years of age, will be in midfield, probably alongside Alex Darlington. There will be a throw to the Robins on the far side, and it's played inside, cleverly done. Ball played out to Roberts. Roberts, an opportunity to... Well, I thought he was going to go for goal. Well, he has gone for goal, but I think he was caught in 2 minds there, Tommy, between a cross and a shot.
Yeah, spot on there, Mike. Is it Roberts? You're looking for a better delivery there, especially early on. Trying to draw the keeper off his line would have been probably a much better option for him there.
Webb knocks it long, looking for John Owen back in the starting lineup instead of Steph Davis. Aaron Williams helping the ball on, is slightly short with a back pass. Louis Bradford, but Webb clears into the opposition half. Good play by Darlington into Jonathan Evans' feet. Jonathan Evans, top scorer for Aberystwyth this season with 4. Just underlining the problem that Anthony Williams has, Tommy. Steph Davis leading the line with no goals. All helped on there towards the running Jonathan Evans. Steph Davis started the game on Boxing Day, no goals for him, 1 goal for John Owen. He comes back into the starting lineup, only his 7th game, 1 goal against Haverfordwest, and that's the problem. And he'd be looking, he talks about bringing in new players, but certainly one of those players must be a striker.
Must be a prolific goal scorer, or any kind of goal scorer would be handy for them at the moment, because you look at this evening's game, I'm thinking, who is going to score the goals for the Seasiders? And I find that sort of difficult to answer, to be honest, Mike. On the other hand, you look at Newtown, and they've got, you know, plenty of goals in them. Just seen Bradford's slight miss kick there. Could have put his keeper in a bit of trouble, but to be fair to Webb there, he reads the situation and he's out in a flash.
Ewan Lewis into the feet of Jonathan Evans, no handball. Lewis gets the ball back. Arneson. Litchfield into the feet of Darlington. Darlington getting a start. Spent most of the season on the bench. Bit of a scrappy start. This is Rimmer. Ball to feet into Bradford, captaining the side in the absence of Jack Thorne this evening. Player on loan from the New Saints. Still only 20 years of age, underlining how young this Aberystwyth team is. Good skill by John Owen, that's better. Out to the left-hand side to Horwood. Owen has continued his run. He runs out of room. A good link-up play there by John Owen, leading the line well and spreading it well to Harry Horwood.
Yeah, but well marshalled there, though, by Ryan Sears, the right back, formerly a centre-half, but been transformed to right back by manager Chris Hughes. Strong player, excellent in the air, and I think you mentioned, prior to the game, Mike, he pushes forward quite a bit down that right-hand side for the Robins.
This is Brett Taylor. Limited opportunities for Taylor this season. This is only his 5th start. He replaces Shane Sutton. Ball played long. Looking for the run of Robles. Horwood's beaten in the air by Rushton. Williams out to Robles! And that cross shot by Robles, it goes out for a throw. Full of confidence, Louis Robles, 8 goals this season. Star signing, as you said, Tommy, from the New Saints.
Yes, I mean, a bit wayward with that effort there, though. But the danger, I think, this evening is going to come down the right-hand side for Newtown. They targeted Horwood a few days ago at Park Avenue, and he was found a little bit wanting defensively. So I think he's going to be under a lot of pressure this evening.
Rushton, clever player, looking to link up the play, does well. Mills Evans, his 2 goals, winning the points for the Robins on Boxing Day. Hughes dropping deep, spreading it well out to Sears. This is a noticeable part of Newtown's play this season, keeping possession. Aris loses the ball. John Owen, but he's surrounded by players immediately looking to win that ball back. A landmark season for Chris Hughes. Last season, his team finishing 3rd, qualifying for Europe. He'll be looking to repeat the feat despite the poor start that they had to the season. A bit of a European hangover for the Robins, but they've done well of late, winning the last 4 out of 5, the only defeat coming away at Cardiff Met.
Yeah, certainly Met have hit form at the right time this season.
Rimmer heads clear. It's collected by Flint. Flint has done well here. Good run by Niall Flint. He needs support though. Roberts is strong. Concedes the throw in. A good play there by Niall Flint, Tommy.
Yeah, certainly positive player, Flint. You know, when he puts his head down, he's got a bit of pace about him, and certainly troubled Callum Roberts there.
Now, without Jack Thorne, he's the usual long throw expert. Rimmer collects the ball.
I don't think he possesses the weapon.
I was going to say, we're taking a look as well at Louis Bradford has stayed back to marshal Aaron Williams, so the throw goes short. Other player goes to ground and nothing given, so it'll be a throw in for the Robins in the left back position. Newtown 1 point ahead of Penabont. It's good to see the Aberystwyth faithful travelling up over the mountain to support the team, despite the fact that they're going through a very difficult period. This is Owen. Owen crosses dangerously, opportunity here. Play back to Lewis, and his shot charged down, and then it's a race, and Bradford gets there first. But an early opportunity for Aberystwyth, a snapshot edge of the box by Iwan Lewis. And again, Owen wins that header. Done well in the early exchanges, John Owen.
Yeah, certainly a confidence player, John Owen. If he's on form this evening, then, you know, the Newtown defence are in for a tough evening, especially without the skipper, Sutton.
So Newtown are 1 point ahead of Penabont, who have 2 games in hand, and 4 points behind Bala in 4th place. They too have games in hand, but this run by the Robins usually takes 31 points to ensure a top 6 place. Currently on 29. They do have Connors Key, New Saints in the Cup, and Penabont away to finish. So not the easiest of games for Chris Hughes, his Robins. So they'll be looking for this important 3 points this evening. Aberystwyth, on the other hand, struggling, currently in 10th position, 2 points ahead of Pontypridd, who travel to Haverfordwest tomorrow. Horwood, ball ricochets through, but it's safely through to the hands of Lewis Webb. And you were talking before the game, Tommy, about Lewis Webb. He's come back following injury, maybe not quite as confident as he was prior to that. This is Jonathan Evans for Aberystwyth. Evans, rather ambitious shot at goal.
Yeah, just showing this. John Owen, that speed work there, just knocks him back into the danger area. Lovely layoff by Alex Darlington, but I think great block. I think it was Hughes, was it? With the block for Newtown. A bit of a suspicion of handball there as well.
Would have been harsh if it had been awarded. Iwan Lewis with his first strike at goal. Aber holding their own in the first minutes. 11 minutes played here at Latham Park. Crossfield pass, well won by Rimmer. Flint, good play. The nutmeg. Lewis collects the ball, goes to ground. No foul, play on, says Mr. Williams. Balls is spread out to Robles. Support by Williams, and that's great play to get behind Horwood. Robles, the danger man, into the feet of Rushton, sets it up for Williams. And Bradford was back, conceding the first corner of the game, and the best pattern of play there, best passage of play by Newtown, Tommy.
Yeah, real sharp interchange there. Robles surging round on the right hand side, but that intelligent pass here by Rushton. He's a real good footballer, is Rushton. Just lays it into the path there.
First corner of the game. Swung in. Ball is cleared by the Aberystwyth defence, only as far as Taylor. Taylor lobs it back in, still not clear. Robles knocks it wide. Again, Aberystwyth clear, but is collected once more, this time by Hughes. Hughes for the Robins, and Rushton. It goes all the way back to Roberts, but they're trying to draw the Aberystwyth defenders out.
Very patient in their build-up, the Robins, to be fair to them. Aberystwyth just lying deep and letting them play across them.
62% of possession early on for the Robins. Reflects their dominance. Ball played forward. That was another excellent pass. And it's crossed into... Oh, it's an own goal! Oh, my goodness me. So unfortunate, Niall Flint. But the Robins go ahead. Catastrophe for the visitors. The cross played in. It was dangerous across the 6-yard box. No chance for Webb. And Niall Flint's own goal puts the Robins ahead.
Yeah, I think he's Rushton down that right-hand side, cuts inside, cross comes short, and, well, unfortunately there, for midfield player, Niall Flint, he just couldn't adjust his feet there, but he really should have done better. That's a bit of a comical own goal. Let's be frank about that. He should have cleared that.
He could have let it go, I think, Tom. I don't think it was even going towards the goal.
No, I don't think Rushton could claim that.
No.
But real poor defending there from Flint. When things are going against you, these little things tend to make it exaggerated and make it worse.
When you're down, you're down. A calamitous mistake by Niall Flint gives the lead to the Robins. They have dominated possession in the first quarter here. But if there was something that Anthony Williams and his coaching staff were looking to avoid, it was to concede that first goal. All about confidence, Tommy.
Yeah, certainly. And you, as a manager, you just can't legislate for a mistake like that. That is, you know, well, what can you tell a player? Should have given him a year for at the end, half time, I'm sure. But it's too late now.
Well, Newtown ahead. Worst possible start for Aberystwyth Town. This is Taylor. Taylor picks up the ball well. Good little run, and there was a foul on Brett Taylor as he's made his way upfield there. He's been unfortunate, I think, Taylor, not to have a bigger part to play this season, Tommy. There's Shane Sutton and Mills Evans being the partnership in the centre of the Newtown defence.
Yeah, every time I've seen Taylor, he's been more than competent. Strong in the air, good tackler, reads the game well as well. So yeah, he has been a little bit unfortunate this season.
Here's the star of the first quarter of an hour, Rushton, setting up the opportunities early on for the Robins. And I'm sure he'll claim the assist even if he can't claim the goal. Aris, only 19 years of age, former Shrewsbury Town trainee. Forced the ball wide to Roberts. As you said, Tom, you just can't legislate for mistakes like that by Niall Flint. Almost another mistake by Brett Taylor. It's quite a strong back pass to Dave Jones. But it does have an impact on the confidence of what is a very young Aberystwyth Town team. Great pass to Roberts. Roberts to Aris. Aris against Rimmer. Interesting matchup here. Aris, tricky little winger, gets his cross in towards the far post. And it's Ewan Lewis helping out his defence there. Clears downfield, but no opportunity there for John Owen to control. One-way traffic at the moment, Tommy.
Yeah, certainly. You know, if anything, Newtown are up in the pressure. And I think the problem Aberystwyth have got is their midfield is sitting really just in front of their back four. So they've got no option. Can't get any support up to John Owen.
Newtown are making the Latham Park pitch as big as possible. You can see Callum Roberts beneath us here, Ryan Sears on the far side, willing to use Dave Jones at the back.
Yeah, quite good tactically here, Newtown. What they're trying to do is draw Aberystwyth out from their comfort zone.
So Newtown 1, Aberystwyth 0, 17 minutes gone here at Latham Park. There are two other games in the Welsh Cymru Premier this evening. At Maes Tegid, it's Bala against Caernarfon. And there's that mistake. We did suggest that ball was going nowhere near the goal.
Well, I think you called it right there, Mike. He should have left that one go. But really should have a call for somebody else. Just let it go. There's nobody behind him. No danger there at all. But they are definitely having a big problem with Rushton because he drops off really well.
And here he is on the ball again, Rushton. Aris on the far side, the cross comes in, too close to Webb this time, but there is an offside flag anyway. But Nick Rushton has got an excellent record against Aberystwyth, 10 goals for Newtown against Aberystwyth.
I think it was a late challenge there. Yeah. After.
Well, goodness
me,
it is. Handball against, is it Litchfield?
Yeah.
10 goals for Nick Rushton for the Robins against Aberystwyth since 2017. And he's got an assist again this evening and an opportunity here for Newtown to double their lead very early on. 19 minutes played, Niall Flint's own goal, giving the lead to the home team. Big men are up from the back as well. Mills Evans at the far post, scored 2 against Aberystwyth on Boxing Day. And it's struck fiercely across the 6-yard box. Webb punches clear. It's collected by Aris. Aris, tricky into the box, goes to ground, no penalty, good tackle. Aberystwyth, well, they do clear, but they give away possession cheaply. Good tackle there by Alex Darlington on Nigel Aris to win the ball back, but here's Sears, Ryan Sears, looking to play it wide. Familiar pattern to the play by Newtown, very patient.
Trouble is, Mike, I think Aberystwyth are making it far too easy for the Robins at the moment. No pressure on the ball whatsoever. In the midfield, you've got to start closing them down, and they're not even closing them down. They've got to get some tackles in. It's just too passive.
It's very interesting, Tommy. I watched the game between Penybont and Cardiff Met the other day, and Penybont are really sort of play in-your-face football, but it was Cardiff Met who actually, with their three forwards, Harry Owen, Lewis Rees and Sam Jones, put so much pressure on the Penybont defence, and yet we see Aberystwyth just allowing Newtown to have possession in their own half and pushing forward, and they seem to be getting deeper and deeper.
Yeah. The only get out, obviously, is now from, free kicks or throw-ins. No Thorn for a long throw this evening.
Ball played forward towards Bradford at the far post. Opportunity here. Well, there was an opportunity all the way through. You're expecting a Robin head to get on that, and it was Litchfield. Ball played forward. Newtown turning defence into attack almost immediately. Rimmer clearing.
Just two passes there. That's a great delivery by Rimmer there, and it's Litchfield the back post there. Didn't quite read it.
Couldn't get sort his feet out there, but
yeah, difficult, especially on these surfaces. The ball just stands up there. Difficult to get any connection on it.
Sears does possess a long throw, and it's towards Mills Evans. He gets his touch on it, and it is cleared. It's well saved actually by Lewis Webb. The first chance we've seen, the long throw by Sears causes all sorts of problems. This is Cowans. Well, a second goal now will be a real blow, hammer blow to Aberystwyth. You hear Chris Hughes and his coaching team bellowing the instructions out to play it wide here to Aris. Roberts has continued his run. Closed down by Darlington. Turns, clever play by Roberts that uses his strength and his speed. Clips it towards the far post. And Rob Blaise was coming in at the far post. Couldn't head it towards goal. A wonderful play by left-back Callum Roberts.
Yeah, terrific play to the left-back there. All started from that long throw. Excellent save here by Lewis Webb.
It was Rob Blaise again with a header. Here's Sears. Sears thinks about the shot, goes to the far post towards Aaron Williams, but too much on that.
Yeah, still pretty relentless from the home side. It's wave after wave of attack, and you just see that glorious little chip up there by Callum Roberts to the far post. Rob Blaise looking to add to his 8 goals already this season for his 9th there. He'd be a little bit disappointed he didn't get a better connection, but wonderful play by the left back there, and a terrific save earlier on there as well by Lewis Webb, we see in the picture there.
Next Saturday on Scorio, 2 live games. Penybont against Caernarfon, 12:45 kick-off, and also in the FA Cup it'll be Coventry City against Wrexham live on S4C, and that's at 5:15. So a double header from Scorio for you next Saturday.
Yeah, plenty to think about there for Anthony Williams.
I was looking at the stats a little bit earlier on, Tommy. Aberystwyth, they've conceded so many goals, 47. It's now 48 in their 19th game. And that's their 4th own goal of the season that they've scored.
Yeah, but that ball there, Mike, travelled 50 metres, and still the ball still recruited by a red jersey.
Ball cleared up towards the hopeful John Owen. Mistake there by Kieran Mills-Evans, heads it out of play. It was Mills-Evans, 2 goals on Boxing Day. His brace secured the 3 points, his first goals of the season. worked his way back, had an injury-ravaged season last season. Has done well over 10 years service here at Latham Park for Mills Evans. Arness beaten in the air. Strong play here by Litchfield. Litchfield has done well, goes to ground, and there is a foul awarded to Aberystwyth. Strong play there by Sam Litchfield, who's made the transition from the Cymru North with Iwan Lewis from Gilsfield here to Aberystwyth. Shane Sutton on the bench this evening. There is talk of illness, and that's why Shane Sutton has been left out this evening. Usual partner for Mills Evans, but an opportunity to play Brett Taylor, and also an indication of the strength of the depth of the Newtown squad, where they have Matty Jones, Jake Walker, Craig Williams and others on the bench. Free kick floated in. Aberystwyth, opportunity here to get a strike at goal. Arneson heads it into the box, but nobody in a green shirt near the ball. Newtown do have trouble clearing it. Again, Cowans is there. Good play. Oh, very important tackle there by Kieran Mills-Evans. Got his left foot to it, Tommy, as the ball floated towards the on-rushing John Owen.
Yeah, good defending there, you'd say, from the centre half. Nice little 1-2 there. Darlington showing the experience there. First bit of pressure, sustained pressure by the Seasiders in this game.
Ball played forward again towards Aris.
Aris has been pretty quiet so far this evening. John Owen there, nearly had a half chance.
Following Niall Flint's own goal last time, Aber scored more than 2 away from home. It was in Kevin Druids back in March, where they drew 3-3. Claims of a handball there against the Newtown defender. The last time they scored 3 away, and 1 was here in Newtown last May.
Well, Mike, let's be honest, their only win away from home this season has been at Airbus. That was the first game of the season.
That's right.
So, you know, it's an uphill task, but you never know. Just the 1 goal in it so far. Newtown have failed to generate a bigger lead than that so far.
Rushton again, excellent Lincoln play. Releases Robles, and Robles with the cross, looking for top scorer Aaron Williams. He's so dangerous, and as you predicted earlier in the half, Tommy, putting pressure on Harry Horwood, the left back for Aberystwyth, in possession now, but they try and play that ball around Horwood to release Robles and to feed Williams in the middle.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously Horwood hasn't had that much experience in the Welsh Premier League, and you know, I think managers, you know, they pay to do their homework, and Chris Hughes has certainly done his homework and said, right, we're going to target down the right hand side, and everything good has come down that right hand side for Newtown so far, except for Roberts, who had that jinking run to the byline and a cheeky chip to the far post.
28 minutes gone. Newtown 1, Aberystwyth 0. Niall Flint's calamitous error giving the lead to the home team. The star of this first half hour has been Nick Rushton. Hughes again releases Robles in acres of space on the far side, and he feeds Sears. The cross comes in. Is that handball? Oh goodness me, Bradford. It looked as if it struck his arm. Ben Williams decided not, but I think Aberystwyth have got away with one there, Tommy.
Well, if the one earlier was a handball, that was definitely a handball. Yeah, I think you're right there, Mike. Definitely got away with one there.
I'm sure we'll see the replay in a minute. But Dave Jones played forward. Newtown again keeping possession, being patient. Mills-Evans. So much space here for the Newtown players. It's almost unbelievable, Tommy, how much space they're getting. Aberystwyth must have had instruction here to drop deep, but it's just giving every opportunity for Newtown to attack at every opportunity. And that's Callum Roberts, the left back, again in the Aberystwyth box. Flint looking to release Johnny Evans. Interception by Sears. Half an hour gone here at Latham Park. There's one-way traffic with Newtown, with the lead of a goal, the own goal by Niall Flint from Rick Rushton's cross. But we've seen very, very little of Aberystwyth as an attacking force in this first half an hour. This is George Hughes. Hughes wide to Roberts. Again, space and time. Won back easily by George Hughes. This is Aris. Men against boys at the moment, Tommy.
Has anybody told our Aberystwyth players they can tackle this? I mean, this is woeful from the Seasiders at the moment.
Rushton, acres of space. And Rushton's shot is well saved by Lewis Webb. But at the moment, Rushton having the freedom of Latham Park.
Yeah, absolutely. Referee Williams, is he right here, Mike, or wrong? Oh,
goodness me! Well, it's bounced up off his thigh onto his arm. But as you said, Tommy, if the first one was a handball, that was a handball. So Aberystwyth, I believe, have got away with one there. But this is Lewis. Good play by Lewis. He taken from behind. Well, no obvious advantage to the visitors. Free kick taken quickly. This is Darlington. Darlington into the feet of Owen. Owen and Arneson combining, but too complicated, really. Should have had a shot at goal.
Yeah, absolutely. Wrong decision there. Just overplayed a little bit. Yeah, a difficult decision there for Ben Williams, I think. But better from Aberystwyth. Little layoff there by John Owen. Arneson didn't quite read it and didn't quite have it in his locker to get the shot away.
Well, 32 minutes gone, Tommy. I can't remember Dave Jones having a shot to save.
No.
Long by him. He's got 2 clean sheets this season, Dave Jones. Not as many as last season. And in fact, after Airbus and Aberystwyth, Newtown have conceded the 3rd most goals in the league. I think it's 35. They've got a goal difference of 0 currently, 435 against 35, and they conceded 35 goals in total last season. So it's been quite a sort of a mix in terms of the season for Chris Hughes' team.
I think as you'd look at it, everything's come right in the last sort of couple of months for them. Surged up the league. So victory this evening would cement that top 6 place.
Darlington headed down. This is Johnny Evans. Evans, Abba's top scorer. Ball breaks kindly. There is an opportunity here to find the cross. The cross comes in. It's too close to Dave Jones, but it already crossed the line. It will be an Aberystwyth corner, their first of the evening, and it comes after 33 minutes.
Well, they're still in the game, Aberystwyth, just trailing by that 1 goal. They could get an equaliser now. Still a bit of confidence in them. Territorially and chance-wise, you'd probably say they don't deserve it, but football's a strange game.
11 minutes to go to half-time. Niall Flint, his own goal, gave the home team the lead. He floats this one in. Ball is flicked on. Litchfield will allow it to run for another corner. Will it be Harry Hallwood this time, perhaps with an in-swinging one? Alex Darlington will be looking to poach another goal. He's got 3 this season, 4 in all competitions. Dave Jones organising his defence. Plenty of height in front of him. And it is Harry Horwood on his left foot. There will be an in-swinging corner. And it's played short. Arneson got his shot away. There is an opportunity, and there is a foul as well in the box. Horwood floated that, well, played that one in low, Tommy. Nice little move.
Yes. Obviously off the training ground, that one. Arneson, though.
Such a crowd of players in there. His shot was low, had very little chance of getting through, I suppose. A tough assignment for this young man, Anthony Taff-Williams. Been with Christian Edwards so many years at Cardiff Met. Taken over from Antonio Corbiziero in the summer. Had very little opportunity to bring players in. His team currently 10th in the league, 2 points ahead of Pontypridd. Long, hopeful ball played forward. The race on here, and it's Taylor that clears. The foul by Rimmer on Aris. Going back to the manager, Tommy, you've been in that position. There will be an opportunity to recruit players, but you have to ask the question, who are these players? Where are they going to come from? Are they going to be young players, perhaps playing either under 23 or academy football with professional clubs?
Well, the whisper I've heard is that, you know, they're going to come from Cardiff City or Newport County. Well, you know, coming into a struggling team isn't always the best for youngsters.
Ball played forward, looking for Aris, but Rimmer concedes the throw.
I think Arneson had a bit of a knock there.
Arneson looks as if he might need treatment here.
He just got his ankle there. Strong defender, Callum Roberts.
In terms of rugby in the Indigo Premier, Llanelli against Ebbw Vale on Thursday. That is live as well at 7:10. So a double header on Saturday and the rugby on Thursday evening. The sport coming thick and fast here on S4C.
Yeah, nice to see a lot of youngsters in the crowd there.
Well, I'm sure there were a number of them playing, I think, as we were arriving today, and that's wonderful to see, and it just goes to show what a wonderful facility these 3G pitches can be.
Well, Mike, I'm sure you remember, as I can remember, you know, Latham Park, a mud bath on many an occasion when we played here.
Yes, certainly. The things have changed and moved on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's wonderful to see all the young players here and coming through the academy teams from under 10 all the way up to under 19, and I'm sure Chris Hughes is very proud of those young academy players who are coming through here at the Newtown club. They will be inspired by a European run from last season, and here is Rushton, one of the mentors, I'm sure. Out to Mills Evans. Evans, he's looking for the feet of the runner from midfield, didn't quite get that one right. But considering their dominance, Tommy, 38 minutes gone, leading by 1-0, I think Chris Hughes might be disappointed that his team aren't 3 ahead.
Well, Webb's had to make, you know, 2 really good saves, beaten once by an OG. So
mistake there by Taylor. Flint couldn't capitalise. This is Robles helping out the defenders. Doesn't have to do much of that this evening. But Robbins concede possession, ball played forward, but is an aimless pass from midfield by Alex Darlington. He apologises for that. And this is Taylor under pressure, and the foul is given. Perhaps a little fortunate there. He'd made the original mistake. But we do have 2 former Cardiff Met assistant managers in the Cymru Premier. Anthony Williams' team 3rd from bottom, and Ryan Jenkins' team Met 3rd from top.
Yeah, I bet he thinks it's really easy at the moment. Obviously, you know, all but secured a top 6 place, which they haven't done for a number of seasons. So great start for him, Anthony and Mr. Jenkins.
Yeah, he was bouncing on Monday after that win against Penabont. Never easy. It was only Rhys Griffiths' second home defeat of the season, Connors Key having won there. But Chris Hughes here at Newtown, building a bit of a dynasty. He's been here since 2013, since the days of Bernard McNally. Had a landmark season last season, a 3rd place finish, his best. His Newtown and Aberystwyth, of course, founder members of the Welsh Premier League in 92-93, and a significant landmark for both clubs, having played 1,000 Welsh Premier League matches in those 30 years of football. Ball is played back to Dave Jones. It wasn't the easiest, had to take it on the first touch. It's out for a throw on the far side. 5 minutes to go to half-time. Niall Flint's own goal again continues to...
Well, if you're Anthony Williams at half-time, you go in just a 1-0 down, or maybe even could equalise, you'd be more than happy.
Certainly agree with that, Tommy. This is Harry Horwood. Horwood with a long throw, played forward but cleared by Mills Evans. Bradford, Aberystwyth captain on the night, to Arneson. And this is where Newtown are very good at keeping the ball. Aberystwyth throw the ball forward. There is an opportunity here, plays it into Darlington, and again Darlington conceding possession. But Johnny Evan wins it back for Aberystwyth, out to Flint. Flint, few tricks, flicks and tricks, and out for a corner, and it'll be the best that Aberystwyth get, but there was an opportunity for Flint to get an early cross in there.
Just become a little bit complacent, have the home side in the last 5-10 minutes. It's been far too easy for them. Henry Cowan's there.
Three minutes to half-time. An opportunity here for Aberystwyth to strike back. Having conceded early on, after 12 minutes, the own goal by Niall Flint. They're still in the game. And it's Flint and Harry Horwood over the corner to the far side. Newtown clear, and they're really potent here on the counter-attack. And it's Aris sprinting into the Aberystwyth half. Ball played forward. Well, a tackle there by, I think, on Ryan Sears, but it's deemed to be okay.
Yeah, Mike, interesting there. 2 full-backs. One, you know, that's what you call, you know, a counter-attack and pushing players forward. Wasn't the best of balls, actually, by Aris there.
I thought he was going to play Callum Roberts in, the other full-back, actually. Yeah. It seemed to be the easier ball down the left-hand side. But good, well-timed tackle by Arneson, to be fair, on Ryan Sears. And as Tommy alluded to, it's the 2 full-backs creating all the problems. The flick on there, edge of the box, Aber clear. Johnny Evans up on his own. Roberts is strong, collected by Darlington. Darlington opportunity here to change direction of play. Oh, and Arneson took the ball well on the volley, and Brett Taylor was fortunate to get away with that one. And as you say, Tommy, Newtown becoming slightly complacent. They have the lead, but on that counter-attack, it was Aber for the first time winning the ball in midfield and creating an opportunity.
Well, it's actually terrific defending by Brett Taylor there. Stopped that move, ball hit his chest, and just giving the ball away cheaply at the moment, though, Newtown. I think Chris Hughes would be giving them a few stern words at half-time. Probably tell him you're guilty at the moment, you know, you're having it too easy.
As we said, the win would put them on 32 points. Look to be enough to get into the top 6 and challenge once again for Europe. Arneson for Aberystwyth. Flint goes to ground, foul awarded against Cowans. The foul on Niall Flint. Once again an opportunity in the last minute of this first half for Aberystwyth to hit back. despite their lack of possession and the lack of opportunities, that they haven't really troubled Dave Jones at all in the goal. This is Rimmer on the angle. He'll be looking for Litchfield and Owen. A minute added time at the end of this first half. Aber pressing. Arneson. All played out. It will be Flint, but Newtown having difficulty to clear, and this is an opportunity to cross, and again he delays the cross. Tommy, I just can't understand that. He's had two opportunities to throw that ball into the box, and he fails to do so.
That's really frustrating for his manager there, Anthony Williams. You're not going to score if you don't deliver the ball into the penalty area.
The throw is helped on, and Newtown clear into the night sky here. Important tackle, pressure on Mills-Evans, but he was highest there, and that's the last action of the first half. A first half dominated by Newtown, but you cannot legislate for that man's own goal. A calamitous error. Rushton's cross, Flint slicing the ball into his own net. No opportunities at all for Aberystwyth in that half. At half time, it's Newtown 1, Aberystwyth 0. The Backlers after the break.
Screwfix Sprint, yn nodi pêl-droed ar S4C. Screwfix Sprint, a noddy pêl-droed ar S4C.
Croeso nôl ato ni. A Calennig di ddod yn gynnar y dre newydd o bosib. Un gol sydd ynddi. A gol i rwyd un oedd honno. Gan Flint i Aberystwyth. Fel delw, Flintstone hyd yn oed yng nghanol y cwrt. Dre newydd un, Aberystwyth dim. Malcolm Allen di camu lawr o'r pwynt sylwebu at ei. Malcolm, nes di addo goliau. Ni di cael un. Sori bod ni ddim di cael mwy. Fydd Aberystwyth yn falch bod ni ddim di cael mwy.
Ia, y pwynt pwysig ydy mae Aberystwyth dal yn y gêm. Ar ôl nhw iltio'r gol a penna mynd lawr dipyn bach oherwydd sut nath i ddigwydd, gol i rwyd i hun, a ddech chi'n meddwl wedyn, mae'n fwy ddod. A gyda fi deimlo bod Dre Newydd illa efo'r ger arall i symud hefyd, ond peth pwysig, maen nhw wedi hongan mewn yna. Maen nhw wedi torchi llewis, a maen nhw wedi cael rhyw hanner bach cyfleon, felly mae yna frwydr yn mynd i ddod yn ail hanner, oherwydd mae rhaid nhw ddod yn ôl i fewn i'r gêm, felly ia, da pan nhw ddim dildio mwy i'r gêm yma. Ie,
dyma'r gol eto, a mae'n deimlad ofnadw i unrhyw chwaraewr. Ni gyd i'n neud ar unrhyw lefel, fi wedi neud, efo mae Malcolm ddim, ond beth oedd yn mynd mlaen fan hyn o ran Flint, Malcolm?
Wel, os ti gael... Oce, clod gynta, Ruston arbennig o dda, nath o oedi rediad, esiampl gwych i unrhyw chwaraewr ifanc, oherwydd, nath sef wedi mynd i redag a sef o'n cam sefyll. Nath o ddim, oedi, edrych ar draws llinell yna, midfield, wedyn dod nôl ar ei droi chwith, crymannu'r postyn bella, ond gol i rwyd i hun. Mae hwnna sianc o'r tymor. Oherwydd, ti'n mynd gael goliau i rwyd i hun yn aml, ond mae o'n mynd i glirio fe droi chwith, dim i droi cryfa fo, oherwydd dwi wedi weld o'n mynd lawr asgell lle, mae gymaint weithiau yn hanner cyntaf yma, ar ei droi de, mae hwnna ar ei droi chwith, sydd i gornel bella.
Ie, mae'n boenus. Cyfleoedd hefyd o ran y Dre Newydd, ac un gol fel ni'n gweud sydd ynddi, ond maen nhw wedi bod yn rhoi ambell i symudiad taclus dros ben at ei gilydd.
Ti'n gwybod be, maen nhw wedi, pan mae John Owen yn ei chanol i, Alex Darlington tu ôl efo, ond gwrth y mosod na ddyn, cofia, i Dre Newydd, wrth i nhw gael y symudiad yna, symudiad gorau'r gêm. Dwi'n meddwl nath nhw or-wneud yr un bas ola yna, Ruston yn trio setio rhywun i fyny fel mae'n neud fel arfer, yn lle troi i hun a sgorio. Wedyn Robles, dwy waith yma'n hyn dod yn agos wrth bod yn gyntau'r bel. Mae o'r dan fel blaenwr, felly mae o'n mynd i'r agweld beth yn digwydd yna. Hon, gath o ddim digon o bwyr ar hwnna, illa cael lygad pwysan a weipi bach yn yr awyr. Ond yn sicr, Dre Newydd, yn y cyfnodau yma, dyla nhw wedi sgorio ail gol. Dyn nhw ddim di wneud, a beth sy'n digwydd, Aberystwyth wedi arafu y tempo, di cymryd y sting illa o'r llif chwarae Dre Newydd. Felly, maen nhw dal yn y gêm. Ia, maen nhw wedi gorffen yr hanner yn gryf yn y marni, di cael cicio Corneli. Dyn nhw wedi hoeddi fi pan nhw'n sgorio, yn mynd i sgorio, ond mae John Owen, mae wedi bod yn cael o bob dim da iddyn nhw.
Ie, gen i weld rai o'r eiliadau yna, nawr eiliadau un nhw yn anffodus o ran Aberystwyth.
Ie, cyffyrddiadau bach, o'na illa byn bach o lawio yma nawn. John Owen unwaith eto, troi chwith, troi de, dim ots gyda fo, mae'r balans ganddo fo, mae'r gallu ganddo fo, a mae'r ansawdd. Y peth pwysig ydy bod Aberystwyth gyda bel efo safon i fyny iddo fo cael creu bethau. Yr un mae o'n medru wneud. Dros y blynyddoedd, da ni wedi gweld gymaint o fflachiau gyda fo, ond mae angen moments arall yn yr ail hanner i'r Aberystwyth nôl i mewn i gêm.
Oes, mae angen rhywbeth i ysbrydoli'r ymwelwyr. Y tîm cartre yn ddigon hapus ar hyn o bryd. Wel, ni wedi clywed gan un o'r dynion yn y pwynt sylwebu. Dych chi wedi clywed gan un arall nesaf. So, Owain Tudur Jones gyda Sioned Dafydd.
Diolch yn fawr, Dylan. Wel, Owain, tro diwetha wnaethon ni gêm dyn gilydd. O'n i yn Doha, stadiwm llawn econ i gadw nhw'n cool. Dim eisiau econ yn ni fan hyn heno, ond ni wedi cyrraedd diwedd y flwyddyn, ble ni'n lygo edrych nôl ar y 12 mis diwetha. Wrth gwrs, mae rai ni sôn am tîm y dynon yn Qatar. Fel i ti'n adlewyrchu ar ymgyrch Cymru yn Doha?
Dwi'n meddwl fel pawb arall, da ni'n siomedig, oherwydd oedden ni'n disgwyl gwell, oedden ni isio gweld gwell o ran y perfformiadau, a dos am dwywaith mi oedd y perfformiadau'n siomedig. A da ni byth isio bod o wlad sydd jyst yn hapus i fod yna, ond mi oedd cyrraedd yna'n bwysig. Dwi'n meddwl dyna oedd ar goll ers degawda Cymru cyrraedd cwpan y byd, felly mae rhaid i ni ymfalchu o'r ffaith bod ni wedi bod yna. A wedyn mynd o ddigon amser efallai adlewyrchu be all o'i le, sydd allan ni fod yn well tro nesaf. Ond dwi'n sbio nôl efo Gwen ar yngwyneb ffaith, fel ti'n gwybod, y ddrai goch na ym mhob man yn Doha, ag mae o'n wir, chydig bach o ystrydau, ond mae'r ffaith fod nifer o wledydd ar draws y byd yn gwybod am Gymru rwan, oherwydd y cwpan y byd, oherwydd y chwaraewyr, nath neu mor dda i gael ni yna, felly dwi'n sbio nôl yn hapus, a di gallu bod yn well, ond dyna fo.
Ac yn gweud ni, mae'r gêm yna yn erbyn Croatia diwedd mis Mawrth. Mae'r Euros, maen nhw mewn just dros 19 mis hefyd. Felly, ni'n sôn tro bod rhaid ni adlewyrchu, ond mae'r gêm yma, maen nhw just rown y gornel.
Dim yn stopio na di. A dwi'n cofio'r enwa'n dod allan o'r het, oedden ni'n hapus Croatia, a wedyn gweld be nathon nhw gorffen yn drydydd yng Nghwpan y Byd. Erbyn hyn, da ni gyd yma, da ni'n gorfod gwynebu tîm da. Felly, mae'n mynd i ddod yn sydyn iawn. Mae gen Rob Page benderfyniadau i wneud. Dwi ddim yn disgwyl gweld y ser mawr yn ymddeol, Bale, Ramsey fydden nhw dal yna. Y newidiadau, efallai o ran y garfan, Chris Gunter, Johnny Williams, o bosib, fydden ni ella ddim yn ei gweld nhw yn y garfan o hyn ymlaen. Mwy o gyfleoedd i'r bechgyn ifanc. A gobeithio bod yn mynd i fod yn ymgyrch arall bositif. Mae yna gymaint o bobl efallai'n teimlo mae yna gyfnod drwg ar y ffordd i Gymru. Na, dwi ddim yn prynu fewn i hynna. Fydd y boys eisiau cyrraedd y tournament nesaf ac dwi'n ffyddiog wneud hynna ddigwydd.
A jyst yn gloi, oes eich hafbwynt arall pêl-drod y flwyddyn yn gloi?
Mae yna dipyn onyn nhw, ond Bale, gic rydd yn erbyn Awstria, taro rhwyd, a wedyn yr ail gol, noson berffaith, ag y chwiban ola yn erbyn Wcrain, hwnna'n special.
Oedd hwnna'n special iawn. Oes, diolch yn fawr am dy gwmni di. Wel, y tîm sydd oedd i cartra Aberystwyth sydd ar ei holi o gol i ddim o sffordd nôl i nhw. Dewch nôl ar ôl yr egwyl.
Screwfix Sprint, a noddi pêl-droed ar S4C. Screwfix Sprint, a noddi pêl-droed ar S4C.
Croeso nôl ato ni, gêm ôl ar flwyddyn yn fyw ar S4C, ond pyrch fwy ni mynd y fwy wythnos nesa, a blwyddyn nesa, hyd yn oed gan ddechrau, tipyn o bnawn disadwn i chi, Pen y Bont Caernarfon yn gynta, hon yn fyw yn eich teledu clyfar, ac yn hwyrach y pnawn yna. Wrexham yng Nghwpan Lloegr, nawr de, a fydd na stori arall gan y dreigiau, maen nhw yn Coventry. Coventry'n creu sioc fach yng Nghwpan Lloegr nôl yn yr 80au hefyd, hynny i ddod. Pen wythnos nesaf, edrych ymlaen yn fawr i gael bod yn rhan o'r prynhawn prysur yna fan hyn ar S4C, ond noson prysur, ail hanner prysur sydd i ddod fan hyn, os ffordd yn ôl i Aberystwyth. Dre newydd ar y blaen, o gol i ddim, nôl yn ni at Nick Parry.
Welcome back to Latham Park and Red Button commentary with me, Mike Davis, and co-commentator Tommy Morgan. Aberystwyth still trail by that 12th minute own goal, a calamitous mistake by Niall Flint, gifting the Robins the lead. And it's the Robins on the ball straight away, and Chris Hughes will be looking to put this game to bed as soon as possible. Dominated possession, created opportunities for 2 or 3 goals in the first half. Good saves by Lewis Webb from a Robles header. Anthony Williams, quite a lot to ponder, Tommy, at half-time.
Yeah, absolutely. What he'll be instilling in his players is that they're 1-0 down, we're still in this game. One mistake from the Newtown defence or a moment of magic from one of his players can get them back into this game and hopefully try and climb up the league table.
Speaking to a few of the Aber supporters at half-time, and they were just willing their team to have a shot at goal. A lot of tippy-tappy football around the opposition box, but no penetration. Roberts inside to Hughes. Hughes mulling the options. Williams for Newtown again is collected by the Robins. Looking to stamp their authority early on in the second half. Currently in 5th position, looking for that elusive 31-point margin. A win tonight would take them to 32. John Owen leading the line for Aberystwyth Town. Only his 7th start of the season. 1 goal, and that against Haverfordwest. But Chris Hughes looking for his 5th win in December, and certainly will be eyeing the Manager of the Month award, I'm sure, if he does get the 3 points this evening.
I don't think he'd be too worried about the Manager of the Month. All he'd be concerned about is winning this game this evening.
Good skill by Iwan Lewis. Lewis has done well. Ball played forward, now an opportunity, and it's Owen! And his first sight of goal. John Owen draws the save from Dave Jones, his first of the evening, but wonderful midfield play by Iwan Lewis.
Yeah, Iwan Lewis, he's improved as the season's developed. Lovely ball in there. Taylor didn't read it, and I think the keeper should have done better there. But at the end of the day, he stopped it getting in, but good run into that inside right channel by John Owen.
Wonderful ball played forward. Owen's first sight of goal between the defenders. Dave Jones staying big. Forward. Important header at the near post is cleared by Rushton. Ball played well there. Opportunity for Horwood to cross. This is Arneson. Arneson again looking for the run of John Owen. And this is where Aberystwyth could be picked off. Robles turns, throws himself to the floor. We're playing advantage here. Williams crosses into the middle, and it will be a penalty, yes indeed. The push on Nigel Aris. Ben Williams, no hesitation, points to the spot. And it could be Niall Flint again.
Yeah, certainly a delightful cross by Williams there. He impedes him there. Yeah. Again, good work by Robles. Held the ball up really well there. And Williams coming in support. Just seemed, he didn't really have to do that. But there's no VAR here. Be interesting to see if he gets a yellow, probably a yellow card.
The yellow card is out, and it's shown to Jack Rimmer. Rimmer's questioning it because it was Niall Flint who actually fouled Nigel Harris.
Yeah.
You could argue it was worth a red card. Well, Rimmer is bamboozled by the decision, and I don't think Ben Williams is being helped out here by his assistants, but it was certainly Flint with the foul. Aaron Williams has the ball, and he'll be looking to add to his 12 league goals of the season.
And join Declan McManus top of the tree.
Right, Tommy. Now Aber are trying to delay the taking of the penalty. So a lot of this during the World Cup. Williams, full of thought. And he scores right down the middle. The Robins doubled their lead, exactly what Chris Hughes wanted at the beginning of the second half. A promising start by Aber, but it's the Robins that strike. Newtown 2, Aberystwyth 0. 5 minutes gone in the second half.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough half. Excellent penalty kick there, straight down the middle. You see lots of players doing that these days, keepers committing themselves early, and they just rifled it into the roof of the net there. Not a Panenka, but certainly drilled by Williams for his 13th league goal of the season. He'd be well pleased with that, because really he's been on the periphery of the game as Williams. But it was his assist when he knocked the ball into the penalty area there.
And here they come again. It's Sears this time. Sears, good run by the full-back. It's not cleared. And on the volley, it's pulled wide of the mark. But there was an offside on the far post.
Yeah, Williams there, drifted a couple of metres offside.
13 goals for Aaron Williams for the season. As Tommy said, draws him level with Declan McManus, and the worst possible start for Anthony Williams' side, who'd shown quite a bit of promise, Tommy, at the beginning of the second half. They created that opportunity for John Owen. It caused a problem with the corner, but on the counter-attack they paid the penalty.
Yeah, absolutely. But to be fair, Robles did really well to turn his man on the halfway line, and Williams, they got the support up really quickly.
Ball played long, looking for Robles. Robles in behind Horwood. He favours his left foot, cuts inside, and his low drive is blocked well. Mills Evans, stronger than Owen. Keeps possession, looks around for support. Quick feet by the big centre-half who scored the 2 goals Boxing Day. But his legs a little too long there and too high.
Yeah, Johnny Evans putting his head in there. Mills Evans, 2 goals a few days ago on Boxing Day. That won the points for Chris Hughes' team. And it'll take a miracle, I think, looking at the statistics of Aberystwyth so far this season, for them to reclaim anything from this game, Mike.
Yeah, you're right. They've now conceded 21 in 5. Obviously includes those 11 goals at the New Saints. But it started the slide for Aberystwyth. They'd won the previous game against Pontypridd, one of those 5 home wins by 2 goals to 1. But that 11-0 defeat, demoralising for such a young side.
Yeah, certainly it takes a long time to recover from those kind of defeats, Mike. And I'm talking from experience there. As a manager, as a player, and both. Just see this through.
Here come Roberts. Roberts towards the far post. Harris! And Harris nods in the third. And it's game over now for Aberystwyth Town. Wonderful play by Callum Roberts. Beautifully floated pass and cross to the far post. And it's Nigel Harris, the 19-year-old, who finishes well. His 2nd goal of the season in the league. He scored against Aberystwyth in the Welsh Cup win.
Again, Callum Roberts down that left-hand side. This time, The first period didn't quite pick a man out, and certainly he picked out Aris there with a delightful little clip, little chip into the far post, takes a keeper out of it, and really could not miss from there, Aris. But again, Callum Roberts does well there, lifts his head, sees the keeper, and I wouldn't be surprised that was going in anyway, but he made sure, did Aris, that he gets his first goal of the season in the league.
Second league goal of the season. He did score here against Haverfordwest, but he's the second goal against Aberystwyth as he notched one against the Seasiders in the Welsh Cup.
And then got sent off.
And he only came on as a sub, but he is good young talent. He's been brought into the Newtown squad in place, really, of Lifumpa Mwandwe, who's gone to Canada to play professionally.
Yeah, but two different types of players, though. He's not, in the same vein as Lifumpa. Certainly got some talent.
Robles crosses low. Rushton, opportunity for a fourth. Oh, and it's curtains now for Aberystwyth. Rushton again scores against Aberystwyth Town. His 11th goal against Aber since 2017. He just loves playing against Aberystwyth Town, does Nick Rushton. It's Newtown 4, Aberystwyth 0, and now it's a drubbing, Tommy.
Yeah. The Robins running riot here at Latham Park. Another excellent cross there. Terrible defending there. I think it's by Litchfield, but what a sweet strike by Rushton. Takes that really well. It's far too easy again. Nobody closing him down. Have a free effort, Mr. Rushton, and you can see what happens. He just ends up in the back of the net.
Yeah, basic error by Sam Litchfield gives Rushton the opportunity, and he finishes with aplomb. His 4th goal of the campaign, but he does so much work, and there's an opportunity to see that work. This beautiful touch onto Aaron Williams. It's been a delight to watch Nick Rushton this evening. His running off the ball, his clever passes, and now his precise finishing.
Yeah, and still only 56 minutes gone in this game. A difficult half hour in front of the Seasiders here.
Newtown have now played, will have played 20 games. Looks as if the points are safe. They'll be on 32 points. They will have 2 other games left against Connors Quay and Penabont. Not easy. Aberystwyth, meanwhile, their goal difference goes from bad to worse. Minus 32, and it could be even worse. Here comes Webb, and Webb has missed it. Well, goodness me, he was in 2 minds there as to whether to dive on the ball, but the ball looked as if it wasn't really going to come to him inside the box, and in the end he was betwixt and between. Lewis Webb, very fortunate to get away with that mistake.
Yeah, certainly caught in 2 minds there. Webb, star performer to start the season, but his injury, since he's come back from injury, hasn't looked the same keeper to me.
Rushton out to Aris, collects once again. You haven't played an hour here. This is Sears. Well, Sears is clear. I'm not sure if there was a flag there. It's a late flag, I think, for offside.
Having a word with the 4th official here.
I think the communication systems are broken down, I think, between the referee and 4th official, so maybe they need to put some new batteries in.
Yeah, certainly, but I think some of the Aber players have just thrown the towel in, Mike, and just see this mistake by the keeper. Robles he just misses it completely, takes his eye off the ball. I think probably saw Robles coming towards him.
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting the ball to get into the box, you see, Tom. He had to, he thought about diving on the ball, but that would have been a red card, I suppose, isn't it? Yeah, so maybe at the end of the day, it was a good decision. Yeah. Diving over the ball was probably the best he could have hoped for. Webb, young keeper, he's got a contract until 2024 at the Swans.
Yeah, but just after that, Mike, Sears went on a run. Nobody picked him up. He's a free header, which he should have scored probably. I know the flag went up, but really, you'd be asking your players, why aren't you tracking runs? Like I said, the first half, you know, they haven't laid a proper tackle on Newtown.
And as you said, Tommy, in that first half, Newtown were somewhat complacent. You questioned how Chris Hughes, his team, would respond in the second half, because they probably had a real bollocking at half-time. And they really have come back in the second half and proved an important point here where they can take the game to Aberystwyth and score those goals. But I'm just wondering whether it's Aberystwyth who became complacent at the end of that first half, thinking that they possibly could have put a little bit more pressure on Newtown in the second half, but it's certainly the home team that have dominated the first quarter of an hour, where they've scored 3 goals. We've played an hour here at Latham Park. It's 4 goals to 0, one-way traffic. And considering it's a derby as well, it's just
men against boys,
miles between the two sides. And here comes Aaron Williams. Williams round the corner to Aris again. And this time he fires wide. But they get it, having the freedom of Latham Park, the Newtown forwards, getting the ball into feet. No defenders near them. They're able to lay the ball off.
I mean, Williams, you know, the striker there, you've got the 2 centre-halves at Aberystwyth. Has anybody told him you can tackle him or try and close him down? You just lay the ball off to Aris there. Aris actually should have picked his head up, and Robles was in acres of space.
Aberystwyth preparing for their first substitution of the evening. Ball played forward again. Aris rather fortunate this time to collect, and it's through to Williams, and he hit it straight at Lewis Webb. Webb stands tall, but either side of Webb, and that would have been 5, Tommy.
Yeah, I think he should have done better there. Straight at him. I mean, placing it like left or right would have, you know, pulled a save from Webb. Instead of that, he drills it straight to his stomach.
It's Sam Phillips preparing to come on as an ABBA sub. Bit of a thankless task for the young player. Quick feet there by Taylor. Opportunity to feed Robles, but it's the right idea, but too much on the ball there. Takes it through for a goal kick. And there will be an opportunity for the first substitution of the evening for the visitors. And it's the unfortunate Niall Flint who sacrificed his own goal after 12 minutes, gifting the Robins the lead, and then unfortunately for him, concedes the penalty as well.
I don't think he'll want to see that. Yeah, very unfortunate, but certainly start of the rot for Aberystwyth with that own goal.
First contribution by Sam Phillips, putting himself about to foul. Robles forward again to Sears. Sears, the full-back, in behind Horwood. Sears crosses low, and again it's Aris who finishes. But where on earth were the Aberystwyth Town defenders? It's a nightmare for the Seasiders. It's 5 for the Flying Robins. It's 2 for Aris. 63 minutes played. Newtown 5, Aberystwyth 0. Calamitous defending.
Absolutely. I'm trying to look for a word. Pathetic as comes to mind, but that is terrible defending there to start with by Horwood. I mean, it's far too easy. He gets brushed off. Oh, who do you want to pass it to, my friend? And yes, he picks out Aris, still nudge against him there, pulls it back, and Aris arrives at the right time and latches into the roof of the net for the 5th goal for the Robins. And Mike, you know, what's the final score going to be here this evening? At this rate, they could beat the 11 they conceded at the New Saints.
There's still a good half an hour to be played, and it gives Chris Hughes an opportunity to rest a few players as well. George Hughes, substituted, comes on. It's like for like with Jake Walker. They're a good partnership together. But now Chris Hughes has that added support of being able to substitute George Hughes with Connors Key here on Saturday.
Yeah, certainly, just shows the strength and depth that Chris Hughes has got on the bench this evening. I think Rhys Hesdon, he's a young striker who's got goals in him. Jake Orr's just come on. There's Matty Jones, Craig Williams, a very experienced Craig Williams as well. So plenty, and there's no Shane Sutton either. So you've got to give it to Chris Hughes. He's turned the fortunes around.
And there'll be cock-a-hoop now. And there's a late tackle here by Alex Darlington in the midfield. So Darlington sees yellow.
It's about 60 minutes too late to get a tackle in.
So we have to remember that Jack Rimmer got a yellow card. I'm sure that's a mistake, Tommy, but he'll still have received that yellow card, so he needs to be careful as well because I think Ben Williams thought Jack Rimmer fouled Nigel Harris in the run-up to that penalty decision. Here's Dave Jones. Is he going for goal? Oh, Webb. Goodness me, I think he'd lost his bearings there as well, Lewis Webb. But what must be going through his mind? On loan from Swansea City, as I said a little bit earlier, he's got a contract until 2024. He's just come back into the team. He'd conceded 31 before tonight. He's now conceded 36.
To be fair, he wasn't playing in that game. They conceded 11, so...
I don't think Aberystwyth will want to be live on Scorio for quite a while because they've conceded 5 here, and the last time they were live, it was right at the beginning of the season where they conceded 4 against Cardiff Met at home.
And that probably set the tone for the season so far. I mean, those 5 wins are really precious. They've collected at home this season.
Round the corner, Robles, Horwood tracks back this time. But you have to fear for Aberystwyth the way they're conceding so easily here. Pontypridd on a bit of a run, having beaten Haverfordwest. Only 2 points behind Aberystwyth now, and the two sides meet tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting game that down at Bridge Meadow. How do you see that one going, Mike?
Well, I think I wouldn't be surprised if it was a draw, Tommy. To be honest with you, Haverfordwest are quite useful at home. Pontypridd have certainly picked up. They played well here in a 4-2 defeat, but picked up points, vital points, on Boxing Day against Haverfordwest, obviously.
Yeah, a bit like Mark Jones now, just sitting on the fence, their draws.
The thing is, Aberystwyth Town, they've played, this is their 19th game of the season, they haven't got one draw. Won those 6 games. It looks like, well, it's certainly going to be 13 defeats.
Yeah, his recruitment in the next few weeks is going to be vital, for the survival of Aberystwyth in the Welsh Premier League, that's for sure.
I mean, it was always going to be an uphill task for Anthony Williams after Antonio Corbusiero walked away from the club. There are 12 departures, 9 players coming in. Players stepping up a standard.
Yeah, coming from tier 2 to the Welsh Premier League, not an easy passage.
Late tackle by Iwan Lewis here on Ryan Sears, and it will be yellow for Iwan Lewis, the 3rd yellow card for Aberystwyth Town of the evening. But then you're losing the calibre of Lee Jenkins, Haverfordwest, Jamie Veal, Matty Jones, local boy, moves to Newtown. Harry Franklin, top scorer, moves to Connors Key. So many vital players. Really, I must admit, personally, I thought if Aberystwyth Town could avoid relegation this season, they would have done well. And it looks to me as if it's going that way.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely going to be a battle, right until the end of the season. That's without a shadow of a doubt.
But to be fair to Newtown, they've really turned on the style in the second half. 4 goals. And here's Harris on a hat-trick. But rather wild with his right foot shot there. Nigel Harris, only 19 years of age, former Shrewsbury Town trainee.
It was very quiet in the first period, was Harris, but certainly shone so far in the second period.
presuming they're the local Robin supporters, looking rather glum there, to be honest. Arneson sees the ball out, but will be a throw to Newtown. Mills-Evans out to Robles. Robles, clever player, round the corner again. He's behind Jonathan Evans and he wins the corner. Robles, such a significant signing for Newtown this season.
Yeah, clever player, but Ryan Sears does really well for him down this right hand side as well, always offering, supporting him either on the inside or on the outside.
Cowans with the corner. Newtown looking for their 6th of the evening, but it's Aberystwyth who clear. Forward from Darlington on to Jonathan Evans. Evans, Aberystwyth's top scorer with 4. Running towards Callum Roberts, gets his cross in, but it's Brett Taylor. Clears to Robles, but there is a foul. No advantage to Newtown, so Ben Williams brings the play back. As you can see, opportunities at goal, 12 for the Robins, 2 for Aberystwyth, 9 on target for Newtown, only 1 for Aberystwyth, and it's the story of the season for the visitors.
Yeah, certainly that one effort from John Owen, saved by the keeper, Dave Jones, low at the near post. The only contribution really on a very, very disappointing evening for the Seasiders.
Whose next game, Tom, is Flint away next week, which is now become a huge game.
Yeah, absolutely. Bearing in mind you've probably got to play Flint 3 times between now and the end of the season, so that's what they call a real important 6-pointer.
Aberystwyth, in the wins that they've had, obviously they've got those 5 home wins by 2-1. Flint was one of them. Foul here by Arneson on Sears.
Sears, he's just too strong physically for Aberystwyth. They just can't handle him. Howard and Arneson have just struggled physically against him, and Robles, to be fair.
But one of the most notable tactics of the evening has been the way Chris Hughes has utilised his fullbacks. We've mentioned it once before. Sears and Callum Roberts almost playing like wingers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Robles with the free kick. It's floated in. Aberystwyth, 2 heads, go for it. Ball is free again, and an opportunity, and it's taken, and it's Rushton, and it's his 2nd of the evening. And things just go from bad to worse for Aberystwyth Town. They just, well, it looked as if they wouldn't clear the ball. They had plenty of opportunity to clear the ball, but it's Rushton who capitalises. Yeah. It's Newtown 6, Aberystwyth 0, and still 20 minutes left.
Again, ball in 6-yard box. I mean, it's Litchfield, you all get involved. Ball just bounces and lashed again into the roof of the net. It's Litchfield and the captain.
But when
that's just pathetic defending once again. You know, nobody talking there. Louis Bradford and Sam Litchfield, 2 centre halves. Now the first header should have gone way outside the box. Instead of that, they get in each other's way and just present Rushton with another goal, and he just must love playing against Aberystwyth.
Well, 'tis the season of goodwill, but Aberystwyth Town are just giving a present every 5 minutes here to Newtown. And some young players being prepared by Chris Hughes. And Rushton is on another hat-trick against Aberystwyth Town. He scored his last one in December 21. That takes his tally to 12 since 2017 against Aberystwyth.
Certainly, you know, Newtown now have gone, you know, to 41 goals for this season, 2nd top scorers in the league.
Opportunity here to put in Aaron Williams. No offside against Williams. Timed his run well, but concedes the throw, and there will be opportunity here for Rhys Hesdon and Matty Jones. And first of all, it'll be Nigel Aris. I tell you what, if I had scored 2 goals, I wouldn't have wanted to come off at the moment.
No, certainly be really disappointed, especially not the possession the home side are getting at the moment.
So it's Aris who substituted. Rhys Hesdon takes his place. And also coming on for Newtown will be Matty Jones, the former Aberystwyth Town player, and he replaces Callum Roberts and will go into the left back position. And I suppose Matty Jones is well justified in his decision to move from Aberystwyth Town to Newtown based on the Boxing Day and tonight's results, Tommy.
Yeah, I'm sure Matty will have learned a lot this season. Not been able to get a regular berth in the side, but certainly when he has played, he has shone. Had a very good game, I thought, on Monday at Park Avenue. Created both goals from set pieces.
It must be so frustrating for the Aberystwyth faithful to see a young player such as Matty Jones moving to Newtown. They're trying to progress his career. He's already played in Europe this season, but you can see why Newtown have taken him on. 10 goals and 10 assists last season for Aberystwyth Town. One of the most effective players.
Yeah, and can play in a few positions as well. A very versatile player.
Well, it looks as if the drum is being packed away by the Aberystwyth Town supporters. They may well be leaving early, having seen enough. And they just hope that the turn of the year, the last fixture of 2022, will not be a sign of what is to come in 2023. Founder members of the Welsh Premier League in 92-93. Their best finish coming in that season under Tommy Morgan. Here's Robles. Robles strong in the tackle against Sam Phillips.
And helped by some good performances from Michael Davis, I must say.
Well, it was a season I don't think either of us will forget. It was he played about 42 games or whatever it was. But it was magical, really. A great season that we enjoyed, and in complete contrast to what we've seen this evening, Tommy.
Yeah, absolutely. Very disappointing to see, Aberystwyth struggling so much this evening.
Yeah, and John Owen hasn't really been able to affect the game. At his one opportunity saved by Dave Jones, taking his place. Charlie Edge, former Cem Druids player. Rimmer in towards Litchfield. An opportunity here for Aberystwyth. It's Darlington, but he unfortunately gets the ball trapped between his feet there. And Newtown will be looking for a clean sheet. They've only had 2 all season. As I said, they've conceded as many goals this season as they had in the whole of last season. But this is a golden opportunity to get a clean sheet this evening against Aberystwyth Town. 6 goals to the good. This is Brett Taylor. Ball is helped on well. This is Hesdon, young Rhys Hesdon. Rushton. "12 minutes left of a one-sided Mid-Wales derby." This is Matty Jones. Hesdon again. Hesdon against Rimmer. Crosses dangerously. Litchfield clears, but again it's back with the Robins. Crossed in. And then on the half volley, Rushton standing on the edge of the box there. He caught it sweetly, off target. But Rushton looking for another hat-trick.
Yeah, certainly just incessant pressure from the home side, making it very, very difficult for the black and greens this evening.
The body language of Anthony Williams says it all. assisted by Guy Hanscom. Really, really difficult for the young Aberystwyth Sound side, but here comes Charlie Edge, and Aberystwyth do score. They do get that all-important goal. Frustration for Newtown and Dave Jones. They do not have their clean sheet, and it's Jonathan Evans who scored his 5th goal of the season, steaming in at the far post. I thought Edge, well, he edged it past Dave Jones. It's well saved in the end. But here comes Johnny Evans, and Evans scores his 2nd in a week against Newtown.
Yeah, it looked as if Edge had scored there, but Brett Taylor is a good defender, stops that crossing the line, but couldn't do much about the clearance. Lands at Evans's right foot, and he puts it over the line and into the corner of the net.
Consolation goal for Aberystwyth, obviously, but frustration for the Newtown defence.
And the bench, I just got a glance at the bench there, and they were not too happy with conceding a goal. I'm sure Dave Jones, the keeper, wasn't either, looking for his 3rd clean sheet of the season.
We just mentioned it, the number of goals that they have conceded this season, and against better opposition, 1 goal can make such a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got TNS away, haven't they, in the Welsh Cup at the beginning of the new year. That'll be a stern test for them. They've got defensively.
Connors Key at home, Tommy, then TNS away, and they end their first half of the campaign with a trip to Penabont, which is never easy.
3 really tough games there, but that's why you're in it for. You'd rather be fighting against the top teams than languishing at the bottom like Aberystwyth are at the moment.
Jones on the angle, looking for Aaron Williams. That ball is out for a throw-in, and there'll be an opportunity here for further substitutions. And this is an interesting one for the visitors. Cameron Allen, young 17-year-old son of Gavin Allen, and he will replace Alex Darlington. It was interesting because Cameron Allen, he has started 1 game this season, and that was against TNS in the 11-0 defeat. It seemed a bizarre game to throw in such a young talent against such quality opposition.
Couldn't agree with you more, Mike. I'm not too sure what's going through Taff Williams's mind there when he decides to give, a youngster, inexperienced game a full 90 minutes against the league's top side.
8 minutes left of a forgettable evening for Aberystwyth Town. Joyful for Newtown and their supporters as they continue to climb the league. Allen, good young talent, tackle from behind, no foul. Williams, he's dispossessed as well, and Ewan Lewis tries to feed Jonathan Evans, who is in a rich vein of form. 2 against Pontypridd in the win at home. He did score and give Aberystwyth the lead on Monday, on Boxing Day, but a consolation only here this evening.
Well, certainly an all-action player for Aberystwyth.
Bradford to Arneson. Oh, what a mistake there by Litchfield. Goodness me, does get his tackle in there, makes up for it. This is Charlie Edge. Edge turns. Ewan Lewis in space. Opportunity to feed Sam Phillips wide on the left-hand side. Now then, Phillips against Sears. A few tricks from Phillips. Not the best pass. Ewan Lewis having to turn. They do keep possession. Newtown 6, Aberystwyth Town 1. 8.
You just had the feeling that Newtown have taken their foot off the gas. The substitutions doesn't really probably help them.
This is Johnny Evans in again. Well, is that a back pass he's asking by Mills Evans?
Yeah, as a skipper, you should be really telling your players there not to put him under pressure. Evans looking to add to his one goal there. Nearly got in, actually. Timely intervention by the skipper. Yeah, I just Aberystwyth beat Connah's-Quay by 2-1. I should sure if the manager Neil Gibson is watching this game and said, how did we lose to this team?
Quite right. Club Rugby next Saturday will be the Ospreys against Leinster, and that will be live on S4C at 7:30 next Saturday, and that will follow the Coventry versus Wrexham FA Cup tie. So will be a packed schedule of sport on S4C next Saturday, including Wrexham's trip to Coventry and also Leinster's visit to the Swansea.com stadium. Well, it's been raining goals here at Latham Park. A 6-1 defeat for Aberystwyth Town. Following, this will be their 5th successive defeat. And that will be 25 goals conceded in 5 games. And an opportunity here for further substitutions. And it'll be Aaron Williams replacing Aaron Williams is coming off, and instead of him will be young Devon Tory, 17-year-old academy product. So Aaron Williams off and Devon Tory on. Dylan Downs is also on, and he's on in place of Henry Cowans in midfield. But an opportunity, as we said a little bit earlier here, to give some young guns a feel of the Cymru Premier. Dylan Downs, his 5th substitute appearance this season. Edge to Lewis. This is Horwood on the angle. Rather hopeful, in it goes. Second ball all important, cleared by Matty Jones downfield. But into the final throes of this game, Tommy, but it's a completely forgettable evening for Aberystwyth Town and their supporters. And again, they give the ball away. Opportunity again to break. Rushton. Robles can't keep his feet this time. Aberystwyth do clear. It's with Arneson. Arneson looking for support. But the obvious foul by Arneson on Sears. And it'll be a free kick for Newtown, right in front of our commentary box here.
Yeah, Robles a little bit unfortunate. Just overrun the ball a little bit earlier there. Rushton just toe pokes it through for him. Come inside Rimmer and just slips.
And knowing Robles, he'll be frustrated that he's not on the score sheet as well.
Yeah.
With his failing to add to his eight goals this season, you're just going to wait to play against Pontypridd, where you probably won't see Pontypridd again this season if they're in the top 6. Newtown, that is. Taylor to Sears. Robles, no offside, times his run well. Robles against Horwood, looking for support, and it's Sears.
Just been far too easy at times for the home side, Mike.
Matty Jones into Rushton. Good play by Downs, spreads it wide. Jones to Rushton. Rushton on a hat-trick, remember. Floats it in towards the half post, and goodness me, I thought that was going to be another own goal.
Yeah, I think he's fortunate. Robles had just drifted offside a little bit there from Rushton's cross.
It was Horwood going with his wrong foot, really. Led with his left foot.
Yeah, certainly.
No surprise here, Tommy. Player of the match, Nick Rushton.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even in the first half, when they just led by that own goal, he was the star man on and off the ball. Very intelligent running into the channels, making space for others. And he's capped it with a couple of goals in the second half as well.
Long ball, looking for the run on the far side, but that ball's too heavy and through for a goal kick, and there will be 3 additional minutes at the end of this game, the final festive fixture of 2022.
And sorry, Mike, it's been an emphatic victory for the home side.
Yeah, it's an appropriate fixture that brings down the curtain on the Cymru Premier Football in 2022, with both clubs celebrating significant milestones as founder members and 1,000 matches, but it's been certainly one to forget for Aberystwyth Town. My memory serves me right, Tommy, was in that first season there was a 6-1 win for Aberystwyth Town against Newtown at Park Avenue. How times have changed.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, we can't turn the clock back, Mike. I wish I could, but there you go.
There we are. Looking forward in terms of Newtown. They have played well. They will be a stern test for Connors Key Nomads next week when they visit. And Chris Hughes' team will be full of confidence and will want to start 2023 on the front foot. And they're certainly building towards a successful season.
Where he's fortunate, Mike, is he's got a good squad of players. They're competing for places on that starting lineup. And they play some really attractive football as well, to be fair to them. Scored some delightful goals this evening.
Lewis up towards Louis Bradford. A little bit of uncertainty in the defence there. This is Litchfield. Litchfield going away from goal, being forced away by Matty Jones. There will be a throw to Aberystwyth. In the second minute added on at the end of this game. A game thoroughly dominated, particularly in the second half, by the Robins. They dominated the first half without really creating or scoring enough of their goals. Just the one. This is Johnny Evans with the long throw. Mills Evans heads it clear. But 5 goals in the second half. Horwood under pressure here, and he loses out. And that he does recover well. Devon Torrey on the run for Newtown. Arneson looking for Johnny Evans. And that's far too high for Aberystwyth's top scorer.
Yeah, good run by Evans again into that inside left channel, but Arneson wavered with a pass.
Anthony Williams in picture there. Yeah. Well, I don't know what the mood music is saying, but will they stick with him? They'll stick with him.
It's got a 3-year contract, Mike.
3-year contract. Well, that's the answer to that then. Final whistle of a disappointing evening for Aberystwyth Town. It's very, very successful end to December for Chris Hughes. 5 wins in 6 matches for the Robins manager. They're on to 32 points for the season. Goals by Nigel Harris, a brace for him and Rushton. Williams from the penalty spot and an own goal by Flint. Consolation goal for Jonathan Evans. It's finished here at Nathan Park.
Diolch yn fawr iawn. Cadarnhad o'r sgôr terfynol, 6 gol i 1. A dyw'r tabl ddim yn edrych yn wych o ran Aberystwyth ar hyn o bryd. Colli'r 2 dros y Dolig, Pontypridd yn cipio pwyntiau yn hwyr hefyd. Mae hynny wedi gwneud i mor dyn lawr yn y gwylodion yna nawr. Mae'n siŵr chi'n anghofio am Ebus, ond pwy sy'n disgyn gyda nhw? Na'r cwestiwn mawr. Dewch i ni ddechrau cael yr ymateb. Ro'n i sydd draw o Sioned Dafydd.
Well, Nick, huge congratulations on the win. 3 points, 2 goals for yourself. That's not a bad way to end the year.
No, it's a good win. We came out second half and we really put them to the sword, so we're really good with the win.
7th consecutive win now for Newtown. I've got to say, you guys, you look pretty unstoppable at the moment.
Except for the blip against Cardiff. We had a blip, but we've responded well over Christmas. 2 good wins. Put ourselves in a good position for top 6 now. We've just got to make sure we finish that off.
I've got to say, you've quite enjoyed playing against Aberystwyth. That's the 12th goal that you've scored against them since you joined Newtown.
Yeah, I got reminded about that before the game. So, yeah, I do enjoy playing games. I enjoyed that game, but as a team performance there, I think we played really well.
And look, Connor's key up next, the New Saints. I guess the trick now is to keep this momentum going.
Yeah, that's all we can do. We just got to keep pushing and keep getting as many wins as we can. Top 6 is the main priority, so 2 games to go, and then we'll look beyond that after.
Nick, congratulations. Diolch yn fawr.
Sy'n yn y gêm, Nick Ruston gyda Sioned Dafydd, llongyfarchiadau mawr iddo fe, momentum 8 allan o 9 ym mhob cystadleuaeth. Beth am yr ail hanner ma, fan hyn, Malcolm, yn ei sefyll ma ar yr egwyl. Dim ond 1 gol sydd yn ddi, wel, newydd y cyfan ar ôl y digwyddiad yma, y gic o'r smotin.
Da ni wedi sôn amdano fo, nath o'i fewn yn nath o'n amser i retiad yn berffaith. Oedd o'n wrthiad, oedd o'n gorfod wneud o, nag oedd, dwi'n meddwl, oedd Aris ddim yn mynd i gyrraedd y bel beth bynnag, felly nath o dynnu fo lawr, penderfynu anghywir, ond cic o'r smotin. Ond eiliadau cynt, Johnny Owen yn methu'r cyfle yna i unioni pethau Aberystwyth. Just digwyddiadau bach yn y gêm sy'n creu momentum, dyna ddigwyddodd, cic o'r smotin, ac wedyn o'na fynydd i ddringo amser yn oherwydd nath y hyder, newid gel gan Dre Newydd, ac oedden nhw'n ormod. Oedden nhw'n methu delio fo nhw wedyn.
Wedyn, mae'n troi'n chwalfa, y llifddoren agor, gan i weld y golau eraill. Ond hefyd, Malcolm, yn ystadegau, maen nhw wedi colli 5 yn olynol, ildio 25. Mae hynny yn bryderus dros ben.
Wel, cyfartalydd o 5 gol y gêm, diolch yn gres ydy.
Y math fi'n gallu neud ni.
Wel, dyn nhw'n sgorio ochr arall, dyna di broblem nhw. Ti'n gwybod, maen nhw'n sgorio 1 enw o gysur yn hwyr, nath nhw Aris yn sgorio i gol gyntaf o'r gêm y fanna, wedyn mae'n cael un arall yn Ruston, Justin. Ti'n gwybod, mae o'n mynd i creu amser iddo fo hun mewn unrhyw safle. Dyna di gwanaeth y Ruston, mae'n mynd i slofi pethau, mae'n mynd i cyfylnu pethau, a ni weld gol arall yma'n un, efo Aris yn just bo...
Ond mae'n tri am ddeffynwr yn gwylio'r bel, mae'n un nesaf, wath, fi'n credu.
Mae'n 5 chwaraewr Aberystwyth, mae 3 mynd am y bel o fanna.
A fyny e hon eto.
Ti'n gwybod, yr ail bel, y trydydd bel. Mae'n rhaid i amddiffyn fel sgorio, mae'n rhaid i gael y gredd o isio amddiffyn. Dwi'n gwybod sef yna'n gredd fe fanna, os am awch, os am angen i stopio nhw sgorio. Ti'n gwybod, pan o'n eisiau sgorio gos o'r gariad yna i fi sgorio, ac o'n i'n ddigyfaddawd efo fo. Dwi'n yn gweld amddiffyn Aberystwyth yn ddigyfaddawd o gwbl yma yna i stopio pobl sgorio. Ond a gyd i unwan. A dydy ddim yn neis i weld a'i wylio. Lle mae'n mynd o hyn? Mae hynna'n mynd i fod yn gwestiwn mawr. Mae nhw'n mynd i frwydro mwy na maen nhw erioed i wneud i aros yn y gyngred sy'n o'r hyn.
A beth chi eisiau gael, y Dre Newydd, maen nhw'n gwylltio pan maen nhw'n ildio gol. Fi'n gwybod mae'n hawdd pan chi ar y blaen. Eto, yr angerdd na'n amddiffynol, maen nhw'n ennill y gêm yn hawdd, eto maen nhw'n gwylltio pan nhw'n ildio. Fi ddim yn gweld y gwylltineb na'n Aberystwyth ar hyn o bryd.
Mae'n brifo na di. Ti'n gwybod, mae'n rhaid o frifo, a wedyn, beth sy'n dod o cyfnodau fel hyn ydy cymeriadau cry, ydy personoliaeth mawr yn yr ystafell newid na, i ddechrau pwyntio bysad a mynnu perfformiadau gwell a safonol gan Aberystwyth. Dyna ddim digon da be mae'n dangos eno. Dig trwy gydol o gêm, oce, nath o hongian ar yn hanner cyntaf na. Ond pan ti'n cael siar o'r gêm yn eich ti'n gymryd y gyfleon, nath nhw ddim neu hynny yn y hanner cyntaf. Anobeithiol mae greu yn yr ail hanner. I safona, dwi wedi weld Aberystwyth wneud dros y blynyddoedd, a dwi'n licio gweld hynny erfyd, dwi wrth y modd yn y clwb.
Ni'n canolbwyntio ar gwendidau Aberystwyth. Gewn ni weld y gol sgorio nhw. Le mae rhywbeth, mae'n rhyw gysur bach. John Evans unwaith eto yn ei chalu. Fel chi'n gweud, Malcolm, ble maen nhw'n mynd o fan hyn? Felly ble mae Dre Newydd yn mynd o fan hyn? Wrth i ni weld Dave Jones yn gweithio eto. Felly mae rai canmol yr hyn mae Dre Newydd i wneud yn ddiweddar.
Wel, 2-0 lan wedi cael tymor hynna. 19 gêm, 2-0 lan. Wel, mae wedi cael un arall. Sa wedi cael un arall, sa nhw ddim wedi cael ildio'r gol gysur yna. Ond yn sicr, mae'n brifo pam yna. A mae hynna wedyn, mae'n heintus. Mae'n dweud gwmpas lle, do'n licio ildio golia. Dwi'n cael y teimlad yna'r emosiwn yna gan Aberystwyth ar y munud a dyna di'r broblem. Mae'n rhaid nhw ailgosglu, mae'n rhaid nhw siarad am y gêm, mae'n rhaid nhw ddod allan efo pethau mawr yn ystafell newid a penderfyniad am mawr gorau cael ei wneud. Ond yn sicr, dos am byd o henw i adeiladau, mae'n rhaid nhw anghofio fo, rhaid y cefn i'n meddwl.
Ie, wel, mae blwyddyn ni, bron ar ben o ran pêl-droed byw ar S4C, ond ni nôl blwyddyn nesaf, mae hynny'n golygu wythnos nesaf. Mae hynny yn golygu Wrexham yng Nghwpan Lloegr yn Coventry. Edrych ymlaen yn fawr at hon?
Hei, anfarth o gêm, a mae hwnna'n groen banana i fi. Dwi'n meddwl mae gyda Wrexham andos o jans. Dwi wedi clywed, nath o ddim gyrru dim gorau allan yn yr FFAs, nath o gyro'r gêm o'r tîm yma. Coventry fydd y cael ei gan y nws nesaf.
Ac o bopeth sydd wedi digwydd flwyddyn yma, mae stori Wrexham i fyny yno hefyd. O dyna ni, diolch yn fawr iawn am eich cwmni blwyddyn newydd, a eich chi'n ymwneud hynny yn gynnar newyddion a chwaraeon sydd ar S4C ar ôl ni, a'r hoswch gyda ni. Ond yn y dre newydd, dim blwyddyn newydd dda yn y dre newydd, mae'n blwyddyn newydd dda iawn hyd yn hyn. Diolch am y cwmni, diolch Marks, fel eich cyfyr.
Welai chdi blwyddyn nesaf.
Penderfyniad sydyn gan y dyfarnwr, ac mae'n mesur yn berffaith.
Screwfix Sprint, yn noddi pêl-droed ar S4C.